I want to talk about why we need to approach dogs from the perspective of safety first. Then we can get into the love, the affection, the intimacy. But I find that people are usually doing this in reverse. They're thinking that if they show the love, the affection, the intimacy, they're going to communicate and help this dog understand that they are safe. But this isn't how it works in nature. You need safety first before you can get into the intimacy, the affection, the love. So there's steps to get there, but we're trying to go straight to the affection, the love, the intimacy. So there's a shelter that I helped out for years. They would call me in when they were thinking they were going to have to euthanize, or a better word would be kill or execute a dog for behavioral problems, typically aggression. And so I would come in, I would evaluate the dog, let them know, hey, this is what's happening with this dog, this is what's going on, this is what the adopter needs to know, what they should not be doing with this dog, and what to do with this dog so that they're successful. And that worked out well. Every dog that I came in to help, they all found adopters, and it has been successful. So then one day I got called in, and I decided to ask the shelter director, hey, what do you think about me coming in and implementing a program that I'm going to come up with? And she said that would be fantastic. So I came in, and for about the first month, I just would watch and ask questions and look at different things. And I saw this dynamic where people were approaching it with that love, that affection, that intimacy, to try to get these dogs to feel safe and try to help them out with where they're at and try to get them into a home. I know that they mean well, but there's a lack of understanding of what's truly going on. And so the shelter, it was chaos. Dogs were constantly barking. There was fence fighting. People were getting bit. There was dogs getting into fights. There was just always something going down. And so once I started seeing all this, I went, okay, like, these are the things that need to change. This is why. And what I did is that I approached things from safety. I saw, hey, these dogs don't know why they're here. They don't understand that they're safe. The stress levels are through the roof because they don't feel safe. They don't understand this. They're just surviving. And they're doing everything from a dog's perspective. So I started to form a relationship with these dogs from the concepts of nature. And I would tell these dogs what I did not like only. I would show them the routine. I would let them know if they're getting out of hand. I would show them in a way that they understand that I'm going to protect them. And so very quickly, I was able to put all these dogs together. And the stress levels dropped tremendously. The dogs weren't barking. They weren't going crazy. They were interacting with one another, hanging out with one another. I could even bring people into the pack, all of them, all at once. And so adopters could see these dogs, and I would tell them about the dogs. So when I look at this and I start saying, okay, well, this is where the issue is. And then I start to communicate to people like, look, like, this is how dogs are. This is how they think. This is how you have to approach it. This is how you go about affection and why. People then have a problem with it, even though the results are right in your face. You cannot deny them. But the human being can get wrapped up in what they want. They just want to do the love and affection and intimacy and They don't want to live with dogs in the way that dogs live. They don't want to communicate with dogs in the way that dogs communicate. They just want it to be the way they want it to be for their own reasons. Now, not everyone's like that. Some people, they go, oh my gosh, I see what I've been doing wrong. I see where I've been making my mistakes. And then they alter them and change, and then they reap those benefits. So we must approach things from safety first, because you provide safety, and you have to do it from the concept of nature. You provide safety. Then the trust forms. Then once the trust forms, you can then move into intimacy. But I have to understand where each individual dog is and where they're at and how to connect to them mentally and emotionally from their perspective, because that's what's important. It's like if I am in a relationship with a person and they're not doing what I would like or what I need, and then I just keep getting mad at them. But I'm not understanding that it's the way that I'm doing things, the way I'm showing up, that's not connecting to them to make them feel like giving me what I'm looking for, participating in that. So safety is number one. The love and affection is intertwined into that relationship, because I provide safety, trust, respect, and what is naturally then given is the love, is the intimacy, is that affection. So let me know if you have any questions or anything about this, but safety, I can't stress it enough. It has to come first.